literally can't see anything. Oh, am I kidding? This is not even my prescription glasses. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Dani, and hello, I'm back. 2 months. It's been 2 months. Yes, 2 months has gone by very quickly, I would say. For some of you, maybe very slowly, but 2 months of chaos has occurred in my life. Obviously, I had my debut 2 months ago, so yeah. Actually, yeah, 2 months ago. It's November 5th. I had my debut in it was September 2? Yes, September 2, and wow, what a night that was. But yeah, you're probably wondering where I have been, like, why didn't I make any videos after my debut? Like, what was the go? Obviously, I turned 18. When you turn 18, I didn't realize how many responsibilities I had after I turned 18. So yeah, I had to find a job, I had to study as well, and I had to fix my house because I had a few parties actually after I turned 18. I had to do all my exams, and now I have to start working, so the past 2 months has basically been very chaotic for me, and there was absolutely no time to film a video because obviously the bulk of that 2 months was me studying for my final exams, which I have finally finished, so I can hopefully start making more videos. Let's not talk about that anymore. Today's video is going to be my how to plan a debut, how to organize yourself for a debut, how to plan a party that involves a lot of people. I didn't know if I wanted to make this video or a reaction video to my 18 Roses video because that video makes me laugh and cringe at the same time all the time, every time I watch it, but I haven't watched it in a while, so I don't want to watch it, but I want to react to it because it's really it's really funny and really cringy at the same time. I didn't know if I wanted to do that video or this video, but I thought this would be more helpful for people who are based in the Philippines especially. I know I have some viewers in the Philippines and some viewers in Australia who are Filipino because that's obviously my target market. When I was actually planning my debut, I was looking for videos like this, and I only found one helpful one, which was Jenny Novella, and she made my life so much easier, so I thought I would be, you know, a good friend and help those who are planning a debut in the near future or next week. Without further ado, let us get started. So obviously, first things first, you need to know your budget. I had a budget in mind. I wanted to spend approximately $5,000 on my debut, which sounds like a lot to some people, but in a Filipino family, that's actually a pretty good price for a debut because obviously there are debuts that are like extravaganza galore and have like full-on balloon dresses and like full-on decorations. Like it's full on. $5,000 is pretty much only catering for food, for entertainment, and that's about it. One tip I have for making a budget is literally writing down everything you want at your party. This means everything. Literally write down anything you want. When planning my debut, I had this book from Muji. It's just a refillable binder kind of thing. So yeah, I have refillable papers here. But yeah, when planning my debut, I had this book, and one of the pages actually said shopping list, and it has everything: decorations, food, lollies for the lolly bar if you're having a lolly bar. And then I have another page here that says budget, which addresses things like dress, makeup, giveaways, DJs, 18 Roses, MC, projector and screen hire, tables, chairs hire, and alcohol. So those are the main things that I tried to put in my budget, and also the shopping list, which was actually 2 pages. But yeah, literally every single detail you want to put in your budget. I I guess prior to making your budget, you want to know your theme, because I think the theme would be the most important part of planning a debut, because without a theme, you wouldn't really have a debut, you just have a party, which I guess are the same thing. But having a theme is very important. I chose black attire and white and gold decorations. I envisioned everyone wearing all black, and I envisioned the decorations to be white and gold. Saying that, I feel like the decorations really matched my backyard, which was where my party was held at. But yeah, that was my theme. I know a lot of people like to go rustic, which is a very cool theme. My original theme was meant to be rustic, and I was meant to hold it at a hall, but it wasn't in my budget, period. The hall was like almost $1,000, so that took away $1,000 from my budget. So yeah, I would also recommend to hold it at your house if it's big enough and holds a lot of people. But yeah, a theme is very important because it literally determines what you want to buy and what you don't want to buy, and like what kind of dress you want to wear, and you know, all that kind of stuff. By having a certain theme in mind, you're able to plan out your shopping list in terms of decorations. For my decorations, it was very easy breezy. I am so glad I chose white and gold because I could find it anywhere. Even little things around the house I was able to use. I used jars like this for my lolly table. Obviously I bought some from party stores as well. But yeah, find a theme that you really like and that is really accessible, because honestly it takes the stress away from buying things online and like going all over the place. Like honestly, it is so important to find a theme that is very accessible. It reduces the stress at the end of the day. So yeah. Next thing you want to plan is your location of the party. This is also a very important step of planning your debut, because it's where it's gonna be located. Finding a good location is so important because you obviously want your guests to be comfortable and not tight in a compact space, which I feel like my guests kind of were, but it was big enough to hold the amount of people I had at my house. Originally, I wanted my debut to be at a hall. I honestly envisioned myself being at a hall, having a rustic theme, DJ, photo booth and everything. Like that was my dream debut, having it at a particular hall. I had a hall in mind. After I contacted them, they said it was a little too expensive for my liking. I told them what my budget was, and they were super helpful in helping me access the facility, but I just was not happy. I ended up having my party at my house. I would honestly recommend having your party at your house if your parents are totally okay with it. It is a big stretch because I know cleanup is the worst after having a party. Honestly, it saves you almost $1,000 if you're having it at a hall or at a community center or whatever. But yeah, honestly, I would recommend having it at your own house or at someone else's backyard. Like, I know some people do that. It's really weird because cleanup is freaking horrible afterwards. But yeah, try and find a space that you will like, that will go with your theme, and that will assist your guests in feeling comfortable. The next thing, I don't even know how many things I've talked about so far, is your guest list. Well, this was a pretty easy process for me because I knew from the start who I wanted at my party and who I didn't want at my party, which sounds really mean, but obviously you need to have a number for your guests. Obviously with the space, you need to know how many people can be accommodated at that space. My house is quite small, as you could tell from my previous video, the official debut video thing. Woo! My house is pretty small, so there were people that I had to cut off the list. Initially, I had 100 guests at the hall celebration that I wanted to do, but since my house is not a hall and doesn't hold that many people, I had to cut down the list to about 60. Obviously, my guest list was pretty straightforward. I had my friends who were really close to me, like my best friends, and like friends who I've grown up with, and friends that I met in high school that I became very close with. So yeah, those are basically the people who I invited for friends. For family, who are the closest to you and you have spent a lot of your time with. That list for me was pretty long because I obviously had my direct family, and then I had my Filipino family who I spend most of my time with, so I know I wanted everyone from that family there. And then I also had my dad's side of the family, and I also had a lot of my mom's friends who I have talked to for a very long time. So that was the group technically: my friends, my Philo family, my direct family obviously, and my dad's side, and my mom's friends who I have gotten close to in the years. So yeah, that was the guest list for me. Just make sure that your guest list is totally comfortable with you and with your family obviously, and know your limit, because obviously the space can only hold a certain amount of people. But yeah, that is what I would suggest, and also to write them down. I don't know how many times I wrote my guest list down because there were people I had to get rid of, some people didn't want to come, all that kind of stuff. So I had to write down the official guest list at the end of the planning stage. So this is my guest list. It went for 2 pages, and yeah. After you have planned all that very chaotic stuff, I would say choose your food and your cuisine, because that is a very important part. Food is life. Your guests don't want to be hungry. This section of my debut was planned by my beautiful mother. She organized the food, which I'm very grateful for, because I was so picky with my food, and I was like, I jumped from different cuisines. Like I said, I wanted Mexican, then I wanted Italian, I wanted wood fire pizza if I had my rustic debut, and then I said I wanted like spicy food. Like I jumped from so many cuisines. At the end of the day, I chose Filipino because I am Filipino. So yeah, I chose Filipino food at the end. My mom found a very good service that was very local and who were able to cater for our needs. They were able to deliver the food, serve it, well not like serve it, but like they were able to put it on the table, take all the like foil and all that off the food. Yeah, they were so accommodating and they were really good in their service. So I would suggest find a service who can do that for you. Regardless of the price, I feel like we spent about $1,000 on the food alone, because there was a lot of people at my debut and we couldn't leave them hungry, so we had to get a lot of food. I'll insert a clip of the food right now. I think I have a few clips from my previous video, so I'll insert them right now as I talk. But yeah, there was obviously a lot of food, a lot of Filipino food. We had a whole lechon, which I know a lot of Filipinos do at debuts. That is obviously the traditional Filipino thing to do with food. I said to my mom, why are you getting a lechon? Like there's so much, like there were so many plates already. I'm like, why are you getting a lechon? But at the end, I feel like all of it went. So if you go against your mother saying we're getting a lechon, please don't, because you will need it. Another thing that I wrote down in my book here was the lollies that I wanted for my lolly bar. Obviously, my theme was white and gold for decorations. My lollies consisted of both black and white for some odd reason, because finding gold candy was pretty hard to find, to be honest. It had a bit of everything. It had chocolate hearts, marshmallows. We got a bag of kisses from Costco. What else did we have? We had like those freckles, like the chocolate freckle things. What else? Oh, I bought 10 lollipops, like the really round lollipops. I bought 10 of those. Oh, I had milk bottles, and I had vanilla musk sticks, I think. I had a range of lollies. I don't think I have any clips of the lolly bar. I think I have a photo which I'll insert right here if I have the photo. Not sure if I do. But yeah, my lolly bar was very simple, very yeah, very plain. If you're like me and you wanted to do the traditional type of rundown of the party, I don't even know what it's called, schedule? No, I don't even know. Anyways, if you're like me and you want to do the traditional thing for your debut, that consists of 18 candles and 18 roses. I'm pretty sure there's another one, but I can't remember what it's called, but I did 18 candles and 18 roses. This was so difficult for me, especially for the 18 roses, because I didn't have 18 guys who were gonna dance with me, so I ended up doing like 13 roses which is really weird. But yeah, I wouldn't stress about this if I were you. Just ensure that the people you are dancing with are totally comfortable with dancing with you, as well as the 18 candles, because it can be very nerve-wracking for some people to talk in public. And don't force anyone to do it. It can be very nerve-wracking for some people. 18 roses for me was so difficult to find. Like, I wanted to find roses that were very affordable but yet good looking. I ended up going to my local florist that is literally down the road. They charged me about $90 for 18 roses, which is redonkulous, but it was a very last minute thing. I think we bought it like a week before the party. We like pre-ordered it, and Father's Day was coming up, so a lot of the roses were like going out of stock, and I'm like, I just need 18 roses. I think like a day before the party, we ended up going to Costco and found a bunch of roses for 40 bucks. I would suggest to go to Costco if there's a Costco near you, and find roses there, because they're actually so cheap and they're literally the same thing. In terms of the music playlist kind of thing for the 18 roses, I chose songs that reminded me of the person I was dancing with. So a lot of it consists of Bruno Mars. Like, I wanted to put Kendrick Lamar in there somewhere, but it was so hard to dance to. I would suggest choose something simple, find choreography online unless you're a choreographer yourself, choreograph something that's really simple for your 18 guys, because some of them probably can't dance. But yeah, I would suggest finding a choreographer that can choreograph your freaking dance, because it's actually so hard to choreograph a dance for 18 people. I only had to do it for 13 people. I ended up finding dances online, which is really easy, but yeah, as long as you practice like every night. I ended up forgetting some moves on the night, which is okay. It wasn't so bad, it wasn't so noticeable. Actually, I think it was, but didn't matter anyway. But yeah, find choreography that's really easy for you. Know your dancing ability. I'm not that great. I feel like I can do some moves, but yeah, find choreography that will suit both your and your dancer's needs, because you have no idea how hard 18 roses was to choreograph. 18 candles for me was pretty easy. I feel like it was the easiest part of the night, like running that. Prior to that, I forgot to light the candles. I'm so thankful that one of my aunties actually saw the candles unlit, and I'm like, oh my god, the candles. But yeah, anyways, choosing my 18 candles was pretty easy. I split it into friends first, cousins second, and like aunties and important females in my life. All in all, make sure that your 18 candles are lit before you start speaking, because it literally destroys the whole point of 18 candles. But anyways, yeah, make sure that your 18 candle speakers are fully comfortable with speaking in public. It can be very stressful and very nerve-wracking, but at the end of the day, it's all about them and how comfortable they are speaking in public. One of the last things that I would like to talk about is the main parts of the party. So that consists of your dress, your makeup, videographer, photographer, DJ, photo booth, all that kind of stuff. Basically the entertainment portion of your party. One of the main parts of yourself is the dress that you're gonna wear. My dress was pretty simple. It was just a navy blue dress from City Chic, and it was $77.95. See, I wrote my prices down when I was budgeting my party. But yeah, which was pretty cheap because my formal dress right here was over $300 because I got it made. I was gonna wear this to my party, but my mom was like, just wear it for formal. So I got a dress from City Chic. It was navy blue. You're probably wondering why it was navy blue, not black, because everyone else was wearing black. Why wasn't it white? Why wasn't it gold? I couldn't find a dress that was black, white, or gold for my liking. Makeup for me was very difficult. I didn't know if I wanted to do my own makeup or if I wanted to get someone else to do my makeup. I ended up opting for someone else to do my makeup because the day was gonna be so chaotic. I knew that from the start, and I was like, oh, I could save money and just do it myself. So I said, I'm gonna find someone who can do my makeup for a very affordable price. I ended up finding someone who I know personally, like I know her family personally. So I contacted her and I was like, oh hey, it's my 18th birthday, I would like to get my makeup done by you. I tried negotiating with her because obviously I am a student and I don't earn a lot of money. She ended up giving it to me for $70, which is really cheap for makeup artists, because I know some makeup artists charge like $100, $150 for makeup, which is insane. But yeah, I'm really grateful that I got that price, and she did an amazing job. I'll insert a photo, like a close-up photo right here, of my makeup. She did such a good job. The makeup stayed all night long. I ended up going to bed at like 4 a.m. the next morning because I ended up going to my cousin's house after the party and we had like a drink up kick on sesh over there. I took it off and I went to bed and it was a good time. But yeah, my makeup stayed on all night. I don't know what she does, but it lasted so long. But yeah, makeup, yeah. Negotiate with people because you can actually find good deals when you negotiate. Finding a DJ for me was pretty... It was very like jumpy. Like I was jumping from so many DJs. So obviously I have a cousin who is a DJ. He's very well known in the Western Sydney area. DJ Savvy Entertainment was who I wanted to have as my DJ, but obviously he's very busy. He's busy literally every weekend, so I'll leave his contact details down below. He's a professional DJ and photo booth professional. So did I just say that twice? Yeah, he's very well known in the Western Sydney area, so if you ever need a DJ or a photo booth at one of your events, you can contact him with the link down below. I initially wanted him as my DJ. I contacted him a bit too late. I contacted him like 2 months prior, I would say, but even more. But he's that busy that you need to contact him at least 6 months prior to the event, or if you want to play safe, a year before the event, honestly. I wanted him initially as my DJ, but I didn't get him, so I got him as my photo booth person thing. Their photo booth services are pretty easy. I had a self-serve photo booth at my party. It was one of those where you could just like press start and it will just take it for you, print it for you, and that is it. You didn't need anyone there assisting. So that's what I had at my party, and it was super easy, super convenient. I knew how to use it. It was pretty easy. They had signs. It was real good. So I got DJ Savvy Entertainment for my photo booth. For my DJ, I ended up getting one of my cousins to organize the DJ because they knew a few DJs. It was really hard to find a DJ through them because I didn't know who they were and I didn't know if they were available for the day I wanted them on. But I ended up getting one, DJ Watermellow, I'm pretty sure he's called. He's so good for like house parties. I'll leave his details down below. You can find him on Facebook. He's really good. Like his setup is so amazing. He was super helpful with hooking up like the laptop to his speaker for my videos and my presentations and all that. He was super helpful and his music is lit, so DJ Watermellow, you should check him out on Facebook as well. With the prices for him, I honestly was very confused with like how money was gonna work with him because my cousin was actually setting him up with like me and the party. I asked my cousin how much is he charging. He never told me, and I never ended up paying, so I ended up paying my cousin with food, so there we go. But I have a feeling he charges anything between 400 to 800. I'm keeping it out there. But yeah, for my giveaways, obviously that's another important part of your part. Not really, it's not that important, but it's obviously optional for you if you want to give away something to your guests that attended your party. I think I ordered about 50 to 100 shot glasses. Dani at 18 in rose gold writing, calligraphy writing, and it's just a sticker on a shot glass. But yeah, I ordered about 50 of these and I put them in like a crate, and I tied like twine around it, and I had their name on a label. I don't have any on me. But yeah, that was my giveaway, shot glasses. I thought that was a very cool idea because obviously you turn 18, you get drunk. It's like the age of drinking in Australia. I'm pretty sure it is in the Philippines as well. I got them done by a company called Custom Favors. This is their logo, you can't see that, but anyways, Custom Favors in Australia. Their service was exceptional. They were so helpful with shipping and everything. Whenever I contacted them, they were on it. Like, they were so easily contactable. Contactable? Is that even a word? They were so easy to contact, and I emailed them like almost every 2 weeks just to see how it was going, and like they also emailed me without me emailing them. They emailed me telling me what was the progress of my orders, where what has been done. They told me that they chose out the glasses and all that type of stuff. They were super friendly, and they were very professional in their service. It was really hard for me to find a company that actually was based in Australia that did shipping for free, and I ended up finding Custom Favors, and they were just seriously the best. But yeah, no regrets to them. They were super professional, and yeah, I would suggest Custom Favors if you ever need like a giveaway for an event or anything like that. That is basically it for my tips and tricks on planning a debut. It can be very stressful. I understand that, but make sure you plan it out. One big tip would be write it all down. Writing it all down actually helps you remember what you need to do, what you need to buy, and all that. I feel like with my phone I just like blankly write things down, but when I was writing it down on my little trusty book here, I was able to efficiently plan what I need to do, what I need to buy, and all that kind of stuff. I would suggest, if anything, if you got anything out of this video, it would be writing all your plans and all your whole schedule in something like this. It's seriously a lifesaver in the whole process of planning a debut. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's probably a really long video. I don't even know how long I've been filming for, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know any videos that you want to see down below. I am totally free now, so I can actually make videos, but actually I do start work quite soon. But yeah, let me know anything you want to see, and I'll try and make it within the next few weeks, not months. But yeah, I will see you in my next video, and I'm gonna go now. Bye!